Welcome to CEO.CA, the leading community for investors in junior resource and venture stocks. My name is Amrit Gill, and joining us today is Drew Zimmerman, CEO of Stallion Uranium. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Happy to be here.
How are you finding this year's convention?
Like always, it's a very busy couple of days, but it's great to see people coming, and really excited about the junior space and larger miners, just the mining space in general. But it's always a great conference to be a part of.
Well, let's get right into it. Let's start with the elevator pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. So Stallion Uranium is the largest landholder in the southwest Athabasca Basin. We believe that's the up-and-coming corner of the Athabasca Basin. Already 2 world-class deposits there, and it's just been underexplored. So a company like Stallion can come in with large, efficient exploration to find the next significant discovery that the world needs to keep powering a cleaner future.
Walk us through some of your key projects and an overview of the land package you've put together.
I mean, that's a long-winded answer, but we have over 3,000 square kilometers in the Athabasca Basin, the largest land package there. We've attacked it in 2 different ways. So we have some 100% owned ground, and we have a large joint venture project with a company called Athabasca Energy. Our 100% owned ground is a little bit more advanced. We've done the regional work. We've also done some targeted surveys, and we're now advancing that to our Maiden drill program, which is incredibly exciting. And then our big project, we've completed a regional survey and are in the process of going through that data right now. Again, a very large project, so a lot of data to go through on that.
Well, walk us through the Maiden drill program and the Tier 1 targets that you've identified.
Absolutely. Our Appaloosa target is what we're drill testing right now. The drills just started turning this week. So an incredibly exciting milestone for our company to be able to drill test a target and the potential that brings for discovery, and what a discovery can mean for junior explorer is exponential growth almost overnight. We've seen that happen with a couple other companies in the basin already, but that becomes the toehold to really look to build out what will be a discovery that could be a major deposit. And that's what we've been doing. Everything that we've been focused on, our strategy, how we deploy our capital and how we do our work, is to find that next significant discovery that makes a difference on the world scale. So again, we're looking for that next Cigar Lake and the McArthur River that's on the east, just where it is on the west. We fully believe they're there. People just haven't done the work to find it yet, and that's what we're setting out to do.
On that note of just making a difference, tell us about the significance of the results of your recent airborne geophysical survey.
I think this was a game changer for the area. This was completely unexplored land when we were looking at it. So to be able to run an effective regional survey over it for the first time ever, we were able to take land that had no targets and find 560 kilometers of conductive trends. Now, everywhere else in the basin, every conductive trend can be a potential area of uranium mineralization. So to have 560 kilometers of them is just almost unheard of, especially within a single project. So from there, we're going to be able to dig into that data, model it a little bit more, and come up with multiple high priority target zones that will bring up to being drill ready as well. So as we have our Maiden drill program going on, it's also doing additional work to bring up another couple of targets to be drill ready as well. And again, these are targets that we think can be that monster deposit that we're looking for. So again, we've got something being drill tested already, and then multiple other shots on net that we think are going to be highly prospective as well. So it's done an insane amount to create a lot of value over an underexplored land package in a very short period of time.
And there are lots to keep an eye on, but to summarize for our viewers at CEO.CA, what will be some of the key catalysts in 2024?
I mean, as we mentioned, the key thing right in front of us right now is with the drill turning, drill results can change our company overnight. So over the next 2 to 2.5 months, as that drill is turning, the potential for a uranium hit or a uranium discovery can change us in a very, very big way. As I said, with our other projects that we're working on, being able to bring up other key targets to drill readiness and show the promise that those have is also going to be very exciting for us as well. So we've been doing a lot of work ever since we've been in the Athabasca Basin. And we've got a lot of work in front of us in the next several months. But again, having those key catalysts that can give us a significant re-rate is incredibly exciting, and we're really looking forward to it.
And while uranium has been the talk of the town, explorers haven't enjoyed the same price rise as producers and mid-tiers. What do you think needs to happen to have a little bit more of a level playing field?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's how a cycle starts. You see the producers start to go, and then the big developers go, and we've seen that. They're at all-time highs. But especially the junior explorers have been hanging back a little bit more. But I really think it's a confidence issue. Maybe in the broader markets, we see it around a lot of the junior companies. But when that confidence turns, especially in uranium, because there's not a whole lot of uranium juniors out there, junior explorers, when that confidence turns and you see capital start to come, then it can build on itself. It becomes a very self-fulfilling cycle, and it doesn't take a lot of capital to have that start. So we're a bit of that beach ball underwater right now, I get the sense, and we still have, the producers and the developers that are higher. And if that confidence comes and let's go with that beach ball, that's when the juniors can really outperform. And we think that, last year was for the producers and the developer. This year is going to be for the juniors. So we're excited about the potential. The fundamentals of the underlying market for uranium looks so strong. We know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. So incredible confidence and excitement for what's coming year ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, what competitive advantage does Stallion Uranium bring to the table to help create some of that confidence for retail investors?
Yeah, exactly. Our big edge is our land position. When we stepped into the basin a year and a half ago, we stepped in size in land that we thought was incredibly prospective but underexplored. So we built out over 3,000 square kilometers to give ourselves the strategy to look really big, and from that, give ourselves the highest probability to find the small areas where these deposits could be. So after, the last 14 months of advancing that and finally getting to drill testing, the next year ahead of us is going to be incredibly exciting because we can have that potential, not only once like we're drilling now, but multiple times to make a significant discovery. So when you're looking for a junior explorer in the Athabasca Basin, there's a lot of due diligence that is necessary. But even if you just start and you look at a map, I mean, when we look at the southwest side, we are the biggest landholder there, bigger than NextGen, bigger than Fission. Mm-hmm. So that's just a very simple way to start your research and say, who is this company? And they must have a lot of potential. And now we're doing the work to make sure people realize that potential that we have.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to add for our viewers at CEO.CA?
If you go and log on to our website, because we are so active and doing so much work, you're able to sign up for our news releases. You don't have to worry about missing them. We'll send them right to your inbox. If you also follow us on Twitter, we try and put a little bit more media up there as well as our news. We really just want people to know what we're doing. We try and be transparent with our shareholders. And we think because of the strategy that we have to systematically do the work that we're doing, we're going to create a lot of value for our shareholders. And we just really want them to be able to follow along, know what we're doing, and again, share in our success if they're willing to invest in the company.
Thanks so much for your time today, Drew.
Thank you. Appreciate it.